Bitcoin at $170,000 and a market that's about to explode. These are some exciting things happening. I want to show you my list of trades. These are the open trades I have right now, including an Ethereum position that's currently $21,000 in profit. The $72,000 position that we kept open for almost a month, here's the result. The margin has increased eightfold. And on Tron, there's a $110,000 profit. I'm explaining all this to show you how I achieved it. All of these are also in my previous YouTube videos, but now I want to talk about the scalping strategy on lower time frames. Plus, you'll have the complete PDFs, meaning after I finish explaining, you can have the PDFs in front of you. Whatever asset you want, whether it's crypto, Forex, gold, silver, anything, you can go to the time frame. On the 3-minute chart, according to the settings I'll tell you, you can trade. That's that. Now let's start with the PDFs. These PDFs are in the caption of this video. Right in the caption, there are some links. Everything I mentioned in this video, you don't need to take notes or try to remember, it's all in the caption. I'll tell you about some links that I've put in the caption. I'll tell you about this PDF. Where from? All of this is in the caption, just so you know. Now listen to me carefully. Let's go. The Tesla strategy, all fast, easy, and highly efficient. Now we'll see everything together. For the 3-minute time frame, you'll need a few things I'm about to mention. You need a Tesla robot. You also need an indicator, which is free. A trading view chart. It works on both mobile and tablet, and you need an exchange with low fees. Why do you need an exchange with low fees? Because when you're trading on such a low time frame, the number of trades is high. If you go to an exchange that charges high fees, it'll ruin you. That's my advice. Did you like it? Go for it. If you didn't like it, go ahead and pay so much in fees that whatever profit you make just goes down the drain. No big deal. That's that topic. But if we want to move on to the chart, I'll close all of these. I'll start from scratch this time. Right now, this is my gold chart. I'll set my candles to normal too. The first thing you need to do. You set your time frame to 3 minutes. Up here, we've set the time frame to 3 minutes. Now from here, from the candle section, you select your candle type to Heikin Ashi, right? Why Heikin Ashi? Because in time frames under half an hour, especially under 3 minutes, there's a lot of market noise. Heikin Ashi reduces that noise. It colors the candles that are moving downwards red and the ones moving upwards green. It also has a very systematic and scientific method, meaning it doesn't do this randomly. This is exactly what I do myself for scalp trading, and I highly recommend it to you as well. With this strategy, it's absolutely essential and mandatory to use Heikin Ashi candles. Then, you come here to the indicators section and search for HMA. You click on this, it's a free indicator, and it gets added to your chart. You come to the settings section, and once you're here, you set the settings according to this educational PDF. I said set the length to 55 and set this time frame to 1 hour. So it's like this indicator is actually on the 3-minute time frame, but it's showing you the trend from the 1 hour time frame. So here, you set the time frame to 1 hour, and here, you set the length to 55. I also gave some other explanations. I said, look, later on you can adjust the colors and make it look a bit nicer so it's more visible. For example, use yellow or white if the chart is dark, or if the chart is light, use a darker color. You can also make it a bit thicker from here. And that's that. Okay, what do you say? What's the first thing? The second one is the Tesla robot. The link is in the video caption, but you can just search for it on Google in Persian if your keyboard is set to Persian. Just type Tesla trading robot and click. The first link that comes up is my website, where you'll find instructional videos and explanations. This robot gets added to your chart, and you need to purchase a monthly subscription. You can pay in rials, or you can buy it in the middle of the page with a discount. As you saw here, there are also plenty of instructional videos, and I've personally provided additional explanations for them. Now, assuming that 90% of the people who watch my videos already have these robots. If you don't have it, I've already explained how to get it, but if you do have this robot, where does it show up? In the invite only section. The robots have been added for you in the indicator section, including the Tesla robot. One of those robots that you purchased will be added for you, and here you can see it on the buy-sell chart. So now you have both the trend and the buy-sell. Now come here, let me tell you according to the PDF. The condition is the same. What is the condition for entering a buy trade? It's written very clearly. It says, sir, if you want to enter a buy trade, to do it, like this buy that you see here, the candle closes, the candle that you see closes. You have a buy from the Tesla robot and you're also above the yellow line. You enter the trade on the condition that this buy you see becomes higher than the previous buy. That means if the buy goes lower, you set your stop loss at the previous close with a risk to reward ratio of 1.5 or 2. In other words, your take profit will be 1.5 or 2 times your stop loss, and you go ahead and wrap up the trade for selling too. It's exactly the opposite, meaning you get a sell signal below the line and you go for it. Now, let's look at an example together and don't worry about it. You just set your risk and reward and it works out. Here's the example I mentioned. Look, the sell is lower, right? If a sell comes up like this and goes higher, you don't take it anymore because the sell trend is changing. It's the same for buys. The buy should go higher. If a buy comes in lower, you don't take it. That's an invalid signal. Now, let's go here so I can give a few examples. We're in the live market, so I'll just give a few examples right here. There are so many good examples, I don't even know where to start. Where should we start? Let's start right here at 3 o'clock, meaning from this downtrend, uptrend, downtrend, uptrend. Let's go through 3 or 4 together, and I'll explain it to you. Look, my brother, here it gave a sell signal, right? It gave a sell signal on the candle close. You're also below the Ichimoku line. And according to this educational PDF you have here, you enter the sell signal. That is, you open a sell position on the candle close. You set your stop at the previous high. You set your risk to reward, 1.5 or 2, whatever number you like. You put it here and you take it and that's it. Okay? It goes lower. Here it gave you a sell signal below the line. You enter and it hits your stop. There's no need to be obsessed. We don't have to have a 100% strategy. Everyone gets stopped out. What matters is the overall result. It goes higher, you don't take the sell, right? Why? Because this sell is higher than the previous sell. We only take the sells that are lower. You don't consider this as a valid signal at all. According to this same PDF slide that I explained here, I said if the sell is higher, you don't take it. The sells always have to be lower. Meaning each sell should be lower than the previous sell, just like when you're going up, each buy is higher. You get it? Hey, buy. The buys always have to be higher. There might even be good signals in between. This one was a good signal too, but we don't take it. To sum up, based on what I've found in this strategy, this approach gives us the best possible results. You can set your stop at the previous highs, you can set it at local highs, or at previous highs. It doesn't matter. You get a risk to reward of about 1.5 to 2. Here it hits your target, and in the time it takes to hit your target, it also gives you other positions. Here it gives a sell signal, and there's an even lower one. You can enter that as well. So here it gives a sell signal, and you enter. You can set your stop at the previous local highs, and you get a risk to reward of 1.5 or 2. For example, here, it nicely goes down to 1.5 or 2, even goes lower than 2 here. So for instance, if I set my risk to reward exactly at 2 as well, here it came down and hit my target right on this candle. But now, whichever one you prefer, again, here it gave a sell signal. I don't enter the sell here because it's higher. I come here, here it gave a sell signal below the line. All of these, we enter the trade. Do you see how simple it is? You just need one HMA, one test. You set your stop at the previous high, set your risk to reward at 1.5 or 2. Here is our stop. Of course, it hit because the sell was on this candle, and immediately after it went up a bit. That means if we had set the stop here, it would have hit the stop. No worries, we accept it. Every profit we make is 2 or 3 times the stop, meaning if we hit 2 stops, 1 win covers it. Now, after 2 losses here, it gave another sell signal, and the same thing happened again. No worries, it doesn't matter at all. Even 2 stops in a row don't matter. All these accounts you see, I've grown them myself. The $4,000 account, the $5,000 account, the $2,000 account, I've hit stops on all of these accounts too. And I'll keep hitting stops in the future as well. It's not like we're never going to get stopped out. The point is for your overall result to be positive. Now, when we moved above the yellow line, what does it mean when you move above the yellow line here? What happened? It means the trend has turned bullish. Now that the trend is bullish, what should I do, Arsala? We're only looking for buy opportunities. You can even go into the Tesla settings and say, only show me buy signals, don't show me any sell signals at all. You set it so you only see the buy signals. You'll see that, for example, your chart is less cluttered and you just take the longs. Now here we're just focusing on taking longs, enjoying it, and there are a lot of longs. Here you set your stop at the previous low, re-enter at 2, here it hits the target, and here you enter at the candle close, setting your stop. The previous low, re-entry at 1.5 or 2, it hits the target, as you can see. The buys keep going higher like this, even if it's just a little, but the buys are upward. This shows that the bullish trend is still continuing. If a buy comes lower, we won't take that trade. You see, it came here and hit your target. In this interval, it gave you another trade opportunity. So right here, did it give you that same single trade again? Here, you set your stop loss at the previous low, and you bring your re-entry in. For example, 1.5 or 2. Now, I'm doing this manually, just like this. For example, here it even went up to 2.5, but if you set it at 2, you'll easily catch it. Look here, it gave a buy signal. But this buy is either at the same level as the previous buy or lower. We don't take buys that are lower than this buy. You wait until the trend forms properly, then you take it. It might even be a good signal. That shadow was a good signal, but we don't take it. I mean, we've set up our strategy in a way that we don't take these kinds of signals. Look here, for example, the risk reward went up to 2 and 3, but usually if you set your risk reward at 2, it does the job. Right now on gold, we're taking several trades. Look, here again, it gave a buy signal. Again, a good buy. Again, you take this buy. Again, it gives a buy signal. Again, a good buy. Again, you take the buy. How long does this go on? Until it breaks your line to the downside. Once it breaks your line to the downside, you go into the Tesla settings and activate the sell as well. Now, can you turn off the buy? You don't have to, but then you'll only take sell signals. That is, once it goes below the line, you only take sells. Now, we're a bit below the line here, but we're below the line. It gave a sell signal here, and this sell is lower than the previous sell. You take it here, set your risk reward to 1 to 2. Even if it goes to 2, it easily hits the target. Here again, it gave a sell signal. We're below the line, and this sell is lower than the previous sell. It goes even lower here. You set your risk reward to 2, and your risk reward is written here. It comes and hits your target. Now, whether it's 1, 8/10, or 2, whatever the number, if it gives a sell signal here, you don't take the sell because it's higher than this sell. The sell should be lower. If it's not, you don't take it. Here, the sell is higher than this one, so you don't take it. You go above the line, then you look for a buy. You see how simple it is? I mean, is it clear for you? Is it clear now? Now, I'm doing it right now, but if you do this yourself using the PDF, the work will be much easier for you. All the explanations and stories I've mentioned are also in the video caption. You can also watch the video several times, and there are more explanations on the product page itself, which you can check out here. I've made 50 videos covering all sorts of topics, crypto, Forex, gold, and so on. I've explained how to work with different charts. It takes practice, but you'll get the hang of it. Just a little bit. A lot of the people who are using these products, of course it was hard for them at first, but after that, they're handling it as easily as drinking water. You don't have to worry about the market here. When a buy signal appears above the line, you enter. Again, when a buy signal appears above the line, you enter. It gives you the signal right at the candle's close with no delay at all. Exactly at the candle's close, you get the signal. There was a buy signal here with absolutely no delay. You enter here, you come in. You set your risk at 1.5 or 2 and you enter. Here again, there's a buy signal. You set your risk at 1.5 or 2 and you enter. Here again, there's a buy signal. Do you see? It just needs to be above the line and this buy should be higher than the previous buy. Now, for example, if this buy is a bit lower than the previous buy, we don't take it. You know? I mean, it's really simple. I'm explaining it quickly for you now so it doesn't take up too much of your time when the signal comes. Well, you have plenty of time. The candle is 3 minutes, so you check the 3 conditions and quickly enter the trade on your exchange. You see it here on TradingView, and with your phone, you enter the trade on your exchange. Then you set your stop loss and take profit. It's much simpler than you think, okay? Don't stress yourself out for no reason. Here, it's given a buy signal again. I mean, it's just crazy. In such a short time, you can get so many good signals. Here, it's given a buy signal, but the buy is lower than this, so we don't take it. The signal was good, but we don't take it. Here, it's given a buy signal, and we're still in the trade. Here, it's given a buy signal, and now the Forex team members also take these trades. I personally don't trade gold, but the Forex team members have definitely taken this trade as well. And right now, it's a bit in loss, but let's see whether it hits the stop loss or the target, so I can let you know. 1 target, 2 targets, 3, 4, 5, 6 profits, 7 profits, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 profits, and 2 losses. Here we had 15 profits, 16 profits, a bit of music, 17 profits, we had 18 profits. For example, with 3 losses, with 2 losses, with 3 losses for the end. It's like this for all of them. It works on all time frames for the 1 minute and 3 minute time frames. The strategy is the one I told you about. For other time frames, you can check out the product page. The link is in the caption of these videos. See if you like it. These are also the trades I had open from before, which are now very positive. And this is our account that we have with the first circle of members. There's a group where I'm personally present. The group is on Telegram and the members chat with me there. I teach a special strategy there, and if you want, you can join. Membership is free. You just need to do one thing. You need to have $200. You need to have it to deposit into your exchange account because you can start from $200. They've also shared some strategies for this trader there. The link is in the video caption. Are you seeing the results? In 30 days, we made $14,000 profit on a $5,000 account. That means $5,000. We turned it into $20,000 4 times the amount. Now, if you had $200, your 200 would have become 800. So that's that. If you want to scalp yourself, you can. If you use this strategy I told you about, and if you want to learn more strategies, all the explanations are in the caption and the video. Show some love, give it a like or something. That's it for now. Goodbye.